Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Meadsyreplays. Welcome back to channel. Today we're going to be looking at the E100, the German tier 10 super heavy, and it's a really nice tank. It's very popular in the game because of the armour and the damage it puts out. But in fact, it's actually a very hard tank to play. What I mean by that is the armour is easily penetrated. The bottom plate is very weak, and you have great big side plates from, the cheek on in between each side of the gun is very easily penable. So to do well in this tank, you've got to angle really well. And as I mean by that, we're going to show you a few battles. I mean, this battle is myself, and this is literally not even 3 minutes long. When you are directly facing an enemy, you are going to get penned all day long from the bottom plate. And not only that, you could be penned on the cheeks of the tank. So not only have you got to angle your bottom plate, you've also got to angle your turret, just to make the penetration a lot harder to be able to penetrate. And that is basically how you have to play this tank. Don't go head on, because you will get beat. And I mean, look at that. The penetration on the AP on this thing is not the best, but we can get through the bottom plate no problem whatsoever. And fair enough, the side, the cheeks are quite difficult to penetrate with normal ammunition, but as soon as you switch to Pramo, you can penetrate them all day long. Also with this thing, it's probably one of, if not the worst tank in tier 10 to go face hugging. And because you are so flat, and I mean, as just said, the turret in between each side of the gun and under the gun, you stand really high. So if you go face hugging a IS-4, his gun is directly level under your gun, so he can just shoot under your gun no problem, and you can only see his turret. So it's definitely not a face hugging tank. It definitely is not a face hugging tank. It's more of sitting behind, make sure you got cover, side scraping, because the side of this thing can actually produce some bounces, very troll bounces. But again, because you are so big, when you side scrape, you have to angle your turret as well. So that's why it's so difficult to play this tank, because it's not just like an IS-4 where you go to side, you can go an angle, and that's basically it. You have to angle everything. Now, we're going to see a battle here from Chariot Solus, and he's going to do fantastic. And we've got one more battle after this, which the next battle will go to show just how strong this tank can be. Now, the gun on this thing, 15.8 seconds on a reload. It does 600 plus damage per shot. And also the HE can do really big damage. Now, the gun on this thing is one of those guns where one battle, everything will hit. Everything you shoot will hit. And the next battle, nothing will hit at all. Now, that was a lovely HE shot into the side of that Leopard. So the thing with this is try and use the HE, because you can HE a lot of tanks, especially the side of tanks and mediums, some heavies. You've got the one with grills, anything like that. Make sure you do use the HE, because you can do an awful lot of damage with the HE. And you can see Chariot now, he's going to push, and he's going to push towards the enemy spawn. He's only done the 900 damage so far. He's going to get that shot in on the M103. And as you can see there, he got 500 damage done to him. From that distance, no problem. If you've got your cheeks showing, I mean, look at that E100. The bottom plate is just, you can pen it like butter. But the cheeks were very red. But as soon as you switch to gold, they become easily pennable. And you can see here how he's playing it. Look, again, as soon as you are angled like that, that's when the E100 becomes quite quite weak as well. So don't over angle because you will get penetrated. So he's now spotted the Leopard 1 behind him. The Leopard 1 is a one-shot, so he's just going to reload before he pokes out. And as I've said, he's then going to poke out at an angle. Just too late to get a shot there on the Leopard 1. So now he's just going to turn around. The IS-7 has shot, so he's going to get a nice shot into him. 534 low roll there. So it is now 6 against 6, but he's done some good trading. He's only got shot that once for 600 damage, and he's on 3,300 damage. So he's still full. He's still very healthy. Still very healthy, and he can still take a couple of shots. So again, one tank down there either side. So you're bullshit from the IS-7, and it's now 5 against 5. So he's now going to push further along, and he's going to try and get a shot in on the T30 that is sitting at the back in the TD spot, which is absolutely fine. That's what this TD spot is for. And he gets a nice 638 roll into him. So now he is up to 4k damage, and there is just 4 against 4. The T30 is a one-shot. Now, I love his use of the HE here. He was going to go for the T30, but he decides to back up, and he has got a nice shot there with HE into a Death Star. Take that, Death Star. How do you like the big damage rolls? So just over 1,000 HE roll into the Death Star, which straight away pushes his damage now up to 5,000, and he just manages to get that shot in on the T30. So he's now on 5.4k damage, and it also, with them 2 shots, it brings it down to a 4 versus 2. The Waffle is a one-shot. The Death Star is almost a one-shot, but again, RNG this game is totally on his side. He's going to shoot the Death Star, and he's going to put him on fire. And the Waffle is going to get taken out by the other Waffle. So 2 kills, 6.2k damage. He makes a little bit of credits. Quite low there on the XP for a tier 10, if I'm honest, for the Ace. 1,369. So quite low indeed for a tier 10 Ace. So moving on to our third and final battle, we have Lieutenant Carmack, and he's on full screen, and he's going to play this absolutely brilliantly. And Carmack will showcase just how to play this tank, how to angle it, and he's going to focus very, very well. He's going to play absolutely brilliantly. So straight away he's pushed the bridge, and there is an FV215B spotted, an E75 spotted, now a Jaeger spotted. So the Jaeger is pretty much the same as the E100. It's very, very weak armour, especially the bottom plate, because it's all flat. That FV4005 has just got deleted, but so did the Jaeger. So the Jaeger, the biggest gun on the enemy team apart from the Death Star, has now been taken out. So he now has the E100 and a Death Star there, so he gets a nice bounce from the E100, who I believe has got the shit gun, and he gets that shot on the Death Star. So he goes for the most dangerous target, which is absolutely great. Now the Death Star, he's seen the Death Star has shot, so he's going to poke out. He did try and get that shot off, but no problem. He's going to go for the E100 instead. He now knows that that E100 has got the rubbish gun, so he's bounced twice already. So far, just over a minute gone, there is 1 tank down each, and he has bounced 920 damage. And he's going to bounce a little bit more than that. So the E100 is not a tank known for, I mean, look at that, nice fire there onto the Death Star, and again, another bounce. So the best tank, or the biggest 2 tanks on the enemy team, have now been taken down. So he's now going to rush the E100, who you can see there has the rubbish gun. He's going to actually very low roll, 34, but no problem. He's going to go in for the ram. This thing is big and heavy, so if you're in a light or medium tank, don't go in for the ram. Don't ram this tank, because you will come off worse. So he's now up to 1,700 block damage. He's got 3,200 damage himself, just about 600 damage from the rear on the side, and now lovely track shot here in the FV215B, 717 roll. It's now a 3 versus 3, but his team is dying. So again, another block from the FE215B that pushes his block damage to 2,710. And just look at the way he is angling his tank. That is how you're supposed to do it. Don't go directly. Just look. He's turning his turret away, which it makes his cheeks become really, really strong to pen. Very difficult to pen indeed. And that is how you have to play this tank. Always angle your tank. Now, nice shot there on the FE215B. Now, the E75, bye-bye. You spoke too soon, sunshine. It's now just a Conway and a Batchat versus himself. 600 bounce, 200 and something bounce, another 244 bounce. So these two are not having a great time. The Conway is a one-shot. The Batchat is a two-shot if he can get his HE to high roll. And you can see he has his HE loaded, and he carries quite a few HE. He's got 10 there. So he carries quite a few HEs. Now, the Batchat has got behind, but he's going to let the Batchat have his damage, no problem. I don't want you, I want the Conway. So he's going to come in at an angle, and you can see just the angle he is doing. So the Conway again bounces, and he's going to take the Conway out. So now it just leaves the Batchat. Now he has to get a bounce here. He has to. He has no choice. There's one. There's two. He's now on 15 HP. He has to bounce, and he's going to angle, wiggle. He gets a shot in on the Batchat. The Batchat bounces him, and now they are both very, very low hit points. So the Batchat's probably going to reload just about the same time as him. So he knows that. He's going to be careful of that. And here we go. The Batchat again bounces, and now the Batchat makes that error, and he gets the HE shot for the win. So 5,000 blocked damage, 6,800 damage. He gets the ace, Top Gun, high caliber, the Kolobanovs, and the steel wall. So that is the E100. A very nice tank if you know how to play it. I mean, you can't just get in it, steamroll forward, and expect to bounce everything, because that just won't happen. So I'm Meadsy69, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you soon. Bye-bye.